Welcome. Thanks for joining us here again this week. We are going to go over the financial part of owner financing. We've had two people reach out in this past week asking for more information. They had a scenario where they actually qualified and were a perfect fit for our program. And so the most important part is determining the financial conditions and making sure that it's beneficial to both sides and that we can make it work. So today, as related to the blog that we put out on the website, we're going to go over the 4 factors that you need to consider and think about when it comes to the financial part of your owner financing. First part, and I think is the most important part, is kind of setting what you want that monthly payment to be. So if you're somebody who's owner financing, what do you need as far as that cash flow is concerned? Because that is very vital to you. You want to make sure you're making whatever, $1,500, $2,000, whatever that number is per month coming into you. And I think that kind of sets the tone, and that's one of the very first places you want to start, and then you can kind of work some of those factors backwards from there. Second part, of course, is setting those interest rates, because the interest rates will really dictate what that payment's going to be for the home buyer. You want to have that monthly cash flow, but the buyer also has to make sure that those numbers work. So setting that interest rate, a little bit of flexibility with that, and then if the payments are like your key priority, you may have to be a little flexible on those interest rates, but you want to be sure it's something that's reasonable. That you may end up being a little bit lower if monthly payments are your top priority. So think of it that way, but interest rates, that's the second and most important part of the process. Third part is going to be down payments. You want to be sure that's a significant enough down payment. That's going to be a non-refundable down payment, by the way, and that comes off of the sale price. So someday down the road when you go to sell the rest of the home, which is going to be our next one, that you've got it paid down a little bit, and then you have that protection, that comfort, that if something does happen, you've got that money setting aside, and it's a non-refundable. The buyer's giving that to you, and it really protects you well throughout the process, so that way you get a little bit of cash in your pocket. And then the fourth step is considering when that balloon's going to hit. Sometimes people want to run it out the entire 30, but a lot of people have like a 5 to 7 to 10 year balloon where they want the rest of that loan to be paid off. And you probably want to talk to your tax person in that regards, because you want it to balloon after you're no longer having to pay capital gains. And so you have to have those conversations because you want to be a tax advantage situation as well. So those are the 4. We're going to be setting the price. We're going to be setting those monthly payments. We're going to be setting those interest rates. You're going to be deciding that down payment for protection. And of course, you're going to be considering when you want that balloon payment and the rest of that loan to be paid off. Those are the 4 factors that we have most of the conversations with some of our folks if they fit the program and they're interested in that monthly cash flow.